Hi guys, how are you doing? It's a new me, a new mom in town, by the way. For those who didn't know, I just gave birth to my daughter, to my gorgeous, gorgeous baby girl. Anyway, I'm here to tell you my pregnancy journey, which wasn't bad but wasn't easy. I think everybody can just agree with me, like, not every pregnancy is that bad and not every pregnancy is that good, but there's some degree of what everybody goes through. Anyway, it's not a long story because I got pregnant in November last year, and then I've been pregnant until August 12th when I gave birth to my daughter. And I am telling you, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. It's a good journey though. I feel like I feel like it can humble you though. I keep wondering, did everybody go through it? And how do people, like my mom has 5 kids. 5. Me, I only got one, and I'm like, "Ooh, I'm not ready to do this anymore." And part of being a new mom is this. This hair is pathetic. Look at that. I don't have time to do anything, but anyway, we'll get to that. So I got pregnant. The pregnancy was good, and I stopped working in February. I think the last week of February, that's when I stopped working. So just because I had mild anemia when I was the first few months, when I went for my prenatal appointment, the first one, it was already too late because it was like 15 weeks, which I should have already gone, but I didn't have the right insurance. That's something about the US I really don't understand. Like, yeah, people tell you you can go to the hospital and just show up even if you don't have the right insurance and all that. But I am here thinking that's what delayed me. That's what really, really delayed me, because I had to look for an insurance that many doctors accept. And especially, I wanted a specific hospital. So my OBGYN, I wanted them to accept the insurance that I had currently at that time, and also be affiliated with Baylor Scott and White. That's the hospital I wanted. But I had Cigna. Cigna insurance really is, I didn't get from my workplace because I knew I might stop working. And then since I've been here in the US, I have never had to go to the hospital. So I didn't have a primary physician. So some people will accept the Cigna from the marketplace. It's either you get it you get insurance from job, or you get it from outside. When you get it from outside, it's called the marketplace. So most of them, they are called HMO. So from the marketplace. So many physicians or many doctors, they were not accepting the Cigna from marketplace. So that really made me go crazy because I had to switch. I didn't have time to switch because they had already closed the open enrollment. When they close the open enrollment, so you are supposed to apply under special enrollment. You had to give a reason why you're applying that. So I had to come up with a reason. Like, it was just crazy. Anyway, point is, I was supposed to have done my scan way before 15 weeks. So all these like HCG levels and all that, I didn't go through it. From the moment I knew I was pregnant, that was it. I just now was just racing, looking for insurance from the marketplace, looking for a doctor. I don't know any doctor, any OBGYN. But anyway, finally I changed my insurance and I got one, very special, very lovely. If I can recommend everybody to see my doctor, I would. She is God sent. She is amazing. She is awesome. And if one day she sees this, she knows. I even told her she is the most awesome person I've ever met. She's my hero. She made my pregnancy a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie. So when they did my first CBC, they saw my red blood cells were low, and everything was and I don't know what else was low, another name. So that equals to mild anemia. So I was put on iron, extra iron, because I was already taking iron tablets. Anyway, that was just I think that's why the first trimester was so hard for me, because at a certain point I thought I'm gonna collapse at work, because I was nauseous, I wasn't eating, and then I have to go to work, and then I have mild anemia, so it was making me so tired. If I tell you, I was feeling like I'm carrying a lorry or a very heavy load of something on my back. Damn, that wasn't easy. But anyway, we sailed through. We went from 15 weeks to 20 weeks, from 20 weeks to 30 weeks, and then something happened. It went all well. My baby was measuring good, she was adding weight good, I didn't have any other complications until the 36th week ultrasound, which was the last ultrasound. And then this little one, this angel of mine, decided not to grow. Okay, she grew, but not to grow to reach the mark she's supposed to. So it's called oh my god, I'm forgetting that name. F something. Growth restriction. Fetal growth restriction. So, and when they do that, the baby cannot pass the 39 weeks. The baby cannot pass 39 weeks. So I was like, first of all, I didn't want to push. From the beginning, I used to say, I actually tried to say I want elective CS. But my doctor, being my doctor, by the way, she's African, being a very nice doctor, she swayed me to really think like, okay, it's okay if you want it, and if you really, really have a fear of it, but I would say if you can push. Then I was like, okay, I will push. Now, then it came to 39 weeks, they have to take my baby out. Hey, baby. Okay, she's still sleeping. Good. Anyway, they had to take the baby. I'm sorry, the baby is like kind of waking up, but I hope not. Anyway, I need to finish this video. So anywho, they had to take the baby out at 39 weeks. So I told my doctor, let me now say this. One thing you will not do. First of all, I didn't want to push. Now you want to induce me? Hell no. Hell to the no. I'm not getting induced. I have had stories about induction. They freak me out. If I tell you, they freak me out. I was like, remember the elective CS? That time, my baby, for the first time, she passed the exam, and I'm like, yo, I'm giving my child an exam already, because now they had to do another ultrasound after the 37 weeks. Before the 39 weeks, they had to check whether the baby is breathing, whether the baby has moved down, whether there is a heart rate, and whether the baby is moving. So my baby passed all of those, and trust you me, she was shy some ounces, like very few ounces, because that time when they checked the 37 week mark, she had 5 pounds and 9 ounces, I guess. So she wasn't that tiny, but she was tiny compared to her mates. So now we are here, and I have to take the baby out at 39 weeks. And I told my doctor, remember the elective CS? That's what we're going for. We are going for that. And she told me, okay, fine. At this point, you already didn't even want to do the pushing. I had to really convince you. Now you're talking about induction. And she took me through the whole process. Like, I need like 24 hours, this being my first child and all that. So give or take 12 to 24 hours, maybe that's what I need before I can push the baby out. And I'm like, hell no, I'm about to be in pain for 12 good hours. And as if that is not enough, it's not a guarantee you're gonna open up. And then I had opted for vaginal with epidural, but now she's telling me at a certain point we cannot do 2 epidural, so we will have to wait a certain point for us to administer epidural. And by the time you are pushing, the epidural might have worn out. And I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that. Cut the baby out. Cut the baby out. And then I was scheduled for a CS on the 13th of August. I was good. Honestly, I was like, God is talking to me. And then when I was buying the binder for my tummy, I made a mistake and I bought for postpartum for C-section instead of vaginal birth, because that time I had not known about the restricted growth thingy. Anyway, I think God was just talking to me. I'm that one person who, when they told me they're doing CS, I have a chance to do CS. I was like, I'm taking it. I'm really taking it, because I don't understand why I'm about to suffer, But anyway, so come Wednesday was the 13th, if I'm not wrong. My doctor told me if you have a child before then, I will not be in. But on the 13th, it's my day for me to be out. That's why I have scheduled your CS when I'm in the hospital, because where we go for clinics and where we go for the hospital, for the L&D, labor and delivery hospital, it's different. So it was her day to be in the hospital on the 13th. But if I have baby before, she will not be there, but there will be another nurse from the same practice where we go for clinics. I was like, I hope you'll be there. And I'm like, God, please let this baby come on the 13th, because I am used to my doctor by now, right? But anyway, so on Monday I get up. It was around 11 a.m. I get up, and trust you me, I hear something dripping, and I'm like, but the dripping, it was so little, I couldn't, I felt it and I saw it dripping, but I didn't think it's my water that was breaking or leaking. So I was like, anyway, even if it's my water, I have seen many videos, even if your water breaks, you can wait until now the contractions start coming. So I was not in a hurry to go to no hospital. Anywho's, then I waited the whole day, very calm and collected, waiting for labor. Then I didn't even call my OBGYN. I was like, I'm good. I have watched enough videos. Come the night of Monday, I couldn't sleep, cramping the whole night. The one cramp really took me out of bed, and I sat down and I'm like, hell no, this baby is not about to come a day earlier, and she knows the doctor will not be there. So I waited. I was cramping and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna wait, because it's not like labor. I'm just cramping. It's not contractions yet, and I'm cramping, sleeping in between like 2 hours, then I cramp again, sleeping, cramp again. So I was like, I'm good, I'm gonna wait, I will wait. Come the morning of Tuesday, that was around 9ish, I go to the bathroom and I can now see some blood. And I'm like, it's time, we're going to the hospital. So I had already packed a bag. I had said I would even do a video of the first things I packed. I would do that video because most of the things we carry to the hospital, you ain't gonna use it. But some things I didn't carry, I wish I carried. But anyway, that's another video. So anyway, I took my thing and I told my guy, let's go. It's time. So we went to the hospital. I narrated the story of what happened, but Before I went to the hospital, I called my provider. I called my OBGYN, and she didn't answer, but another nurse answered, another doctor. No, the reception answered, then transferred me to a doctor who was free that time. And then I told them to tell my doctor, and my doctor was like, okay, fine, proceed to L&D. But I didn't tell my doctor about the leaking. I forgot, honestly. It's not like I was trying to hide the information. So when I went to the hospital, I remembered the information. When I remembered the information, I told the nurse who was there checking me out and checking whether I'm dilated and all that. I told her, oh, I leaked a little bit yesterday. And they were like, oh, we need to do a test to see whether your water broke. Because if it does, you're having a baby now. I'm like, why did I say that statement? My doctor is not here. Because I was cleared. By the way. I was so, okay, this can be the beginning of contractions, and then tomorrow is your CS anyway. So if you haven't, my cervix wasn't open even 1 centimeter. Can you imagine? Even 1 centimeter, the first child is just here to kill you, I guess. Anyway, I had not opened even 1 centimeter like this. So I was like, good, because my doctor will not be in the hospital anyway. Then they do this test to see whether my water broke or it's leaking, because if it's leaking, the child can get an infection, which is not a good thing. Only to come and tell me you're leaking. And you have to deliver the baby today. And now your doctor is not here. The doctor who is in charge is so and so. I was like, okay. Now the whole game changed. Now I had already changed to the hospital gown. Now I'm staying. We carried everything though, everything we needed. So I was like, it's time. Then one thing, a nurse is coming, another nurse is coming, and I don't know how they are called. The doctor for anesthesia is here now, taking me through it. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. You're gonna get a shot from your to your spine. Your doctor. So that's why I love my doctor. He was like, your doctor advocated we numb you first before we do that the epidural. And I'm like, that's my doctor. And then I asked them, there is some medication my doctor had said after all that they will add morphine to your back too, but that will wear out like in 2 hours, 3 hours. But I want for you to be put on another painkillers. They're called blocker or something. They're injected in the muscles after the surgery, and it can take you for like 4 days. But now the nurse is telling me, the current nurse is telling me, the current doctor who is here today, who is on duty today, she doesn't do that medication. And I said, ha, you're not about to change my plan or my CS right now. What you're gonna do is call my doctor and arrange for that to be done, because she had already said I will do it. So prepping, taken to the OR, baby's cut out, back to the room. Hey baby, you're up, huh? Anyway, cut, baby taken out, and I meet my child for the first time, full of hair and so cute and so lovely. Oh my God, she was perfect. She was perfect. And now we are swinging back to the room. The hospital stay was very good. I was up in the second day, by the way. The second day I was up welcoming people. People were coming to see me. And they were like, how are you up right now? And I say, my doctor, making sure my pain is managed every 3 hours or even 1 hour if needed. She had already given me enough medication to be not to be in pain. So if I tell you today, my C-section was perfect. I never experienced any massive pain. I never experienced it at all. I just experienced the normal pain, and it was manageable. And I'm telling you, that's how I became a mom. And my baby is crying. And yeah, that's how I became a mom to this gorgeous baby girl. And now I have to go feed her. Anyway, see you on the next one.